Okay, what is going on, everybody? RogersBase here with my live reaction and review to One Piece Manga Chapter 1050. As you can see, and as you can probably hear because my microphone isn't the same, I am not in LA today. I am in Chicago for Combo Breaker. So I'm actually going to be there all day today with Viram and with Ricky. Actually, my editor, Brandon, he is going to be there at Combo Breaker as well. So say hi to him. We actually have a Keyblade. I'm giving it Brandon. You can see it over here. Got my giant Keyblade. So I'm ready. Play some Smash Brothers matches with Sora. I got some RogersBase plushies over here. I got the Japan Time hats. I am ready to go today. But I'm also very excited to read this One Piece chapter because I've heard from a lot of people that it is controversial. And controversial chapters are always good. I always look forward to them. Thank you, by the way. We already got a new member in here. D. LaJoy Boy, what's going on, Joy Boy? How are you? Thank you for joining the stream. Welcome, welcome. Like I said, it's going to be a really fun, really packed, really busy day. But the nice thing is, many of you probably remember last time that I was streaming here in Chicago, my camera quality was really bad because I was using the webcam off my old laptop. But now I was able to bring my cam link with me. And so even though it still kind of sounds weird, the microphone is still doable. I could have brought my other microphone that has the USB-C thing, but I'm like, I'm not going to bother bringing that. It's a whole extra thing. It's going to sound good enough. At least it looks good. That is what matters. The stream looks good. I also just realized that chat is not on screen right now, so let me change that real quick. Let me put the YouTube chat on. Who's in here right now? We got Rob Harley. We got Misty. We got Kami. We got Elizabeth Swan. We got Stefan. We got Heidi. We got Froggy. We got Joy Boy. We got Laura. We have some Japanese viewers as well. I see the little pizza hype going on. Rob saying, yo, you're a little early this week. Audio's lagging very slightly. It's lagging very slightly. Like I said, the audio is not perfect. It's going to be off a little bit. I was listening to it earlier as a test stream. I know it's not like perfectly one-to-one sync, but that's just going to be how things are. I know it's perfectly serviceable, so that is at least good. Welcome, by the way, to Alpha, Rob, Stefan, JT, we out here. Everyone's in here. Welcome. Raidner's in here too. Shadelight, Alves saying, are we ready? I am very much ready for this chapter. Now, apparently it goes live in 8 minutes on Viz. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. We got about 8 minutes to kill before it goes live. But I figured I wanted to go live beforehand anyway because this is my first time streaming with this setup here in Chicago and, you know, let some people get in here first. And of course, I'll timestamp it. So once this video goes up, you guys will see the little timestamp for when the chapter reaction starts, when the review starts, all that good stuff. Also, that way you'll have a longer stream because literally I am leaving for Combo Breaker right after this. So I'm recording this, then I'm going off to the show floor. Ricky's going to be with me. We're going to be recording a whole vlog using my camera, which I also have to charge the battery for before I leave. Then I got to charge my phone over here, which I'm using to monitor the stream. I've got the iPad that I'm reading everything off of. So, of course, I had to bring this. It's actually been a long time since I read off of the tablet for my manga chapter reviews. Normally, I'm you know, spoiled. I have the multiple monitors, and I'm reading off one now. But we're going old school with this one. Joy Boy says, rumor has it you'll be a guest on a certain podcast covering One Piece. I'm guessing you'll be there for Reverie or Zoe. If you're talking about RTTV, the answer is absolutely positively yes. I will be there. It's not a rumor. In fact, we talked about it on the live stream that I did with RTTV. Also, real quick, I guess it's the perfect opportunity while people are still getting in here to tell you guys a lot of different things have happened with the channel. So some of you know this already if you've been paying attention. Thank you, by the way, to John for becoming a member as well. Thank you, Nakama. We got gifted memberships on the YouTube channel now. I think this is going to be the first One Piece chapter since we had gift memberships enabled. But basically now, if you are a member of the channel, you can gift memberships to people on the YouTube channel. So say, for example, you're a regular subscriber who watches my videos all the time, but you're not able to join the live chat during the live reactions, you know, because you can't afford being a member or whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. YouTube put in this thing where now, if you're a longtime viewer, you have priority to get a gifted membership if somebody gifts a membership. So that's really cool. Second thing I want to bring up, because I've seen a lot of people also confused about this. On Friday, I uploaded my full Book 3 live reaction to Avatar: The Last Airbender. That reaction recap video is up. But in addition to that, the entirety of my watch-through VODs for that are also now available for members on the YouTube channel at the Mammoth Boys tier and above. So you guys have access to all of that too, which is really cool. And then in addition to that, I did a first impressions video for Multiverses. So that went up a couple days ago. I saw some people talking about that. And then this upcoming Wednesday, I'm doing a live stream with Brago. We're doing a 1v1 discussion. I know it's been a while since the last time I did one of these. We're doing that. On Friday, I've got my tier list for all of the Avatar episodes coming out. And we're doing Japan time on Friday because we'll all be back from Combo Breaker. And on June 2nd, there's a State of Play. Obviously E3 is not happening this year, but PlayStation announced they're doing a State of Play event, which means we're probably going to get a trailer and a release date for God of War, and we may, fingers crossed, see something for Final Fantasy 16. That will also be happening the second I get back. So literally starting June 1st, you guys are having content every single day. I mean, there's going to be so much stuff happening. June 1st, we got the 1v1 with Brago. June 2nd, we got the State of Play reaction. June 3rd, hopefully it's good. Like I said, I'm going to stream it on Twitch, worst case scenario, if everything's bad, and then upload it to YouTube later, but we'll see. That's going to be the second. Third thing is going to end up being, the Avatar tier list stream on Friday. And then Saturday, we're going to have the double anime reaction for the One Piece anime episodes that I missed while I was here. And then Sunday, of course, One Piece manga chapter reaction, so long as we don't have a break. But if we do have a break, then that'll change too. Again, apologies. There is a tiny little bit of an audio lag. I know there's a little bit of an audio lag, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. You guys are lucky that I'm even streaming this in Chicago because, like I said, I never stream when I'm here with my nice camera quality, but because I've got the really nice camera quality, the FPS is off a little bit, so just keep that in mind during the live stream. I know there's a little bit of audio lag, but just make do. It's not going to be a permanent thing. It's just for this temporary stream when I'm in Chicago. But again, peace and love, peace and love. I know about the audio lag. It's all good. Thank you, by the way, to some of the new subscribers as well. Thank you very much, Nakama. All right, well, let's see. It says 9:56, so I'm going to open this up. I got Viz open at the ready. Let's see, One Piece. I'll click this. Like I said, it's weird. I'm not used to having it where I got it off my tablet. It says coming in a few minutes, so it's probably going to drop any moment. I know sometimes it drops earlier on the Viz app than it does on Manga Plus, but I've got backups. On the off chance that things don't work, thank you, by the way, to Marta for becoming a member, Nakama. Appreciate that. But yeah, in the off chance that this doesn't work, I've also got open in another tab. I click this. I've got Manga Plus open in another tab. So if I need it, I've got it. And I've got Drive open in another tab as well, because a big part of these streams now is you guys like to see the thumbnail art that James comes up with. I myself am also very excited to see this one. He told me that it's very good, and he sent 2 different versions. So I'm very, very stoked to see what that's going to look like. But I've got that open on the Drive link as well, so we should be good to go. Yeah. Pin a message so we know about the audio lag. People understand. You got it. In fact, I'll do that right now. I am aware of the minor audio lag. Be grateful you've got a stream at all. You plebeians. No, I'm not. No, I'm kidding. But I am gonna pin that because I do think people are gonna come in and be concerned. And even though I'm not in my regular setup, they should know by now that I'm in Chicago. So, all right, here we go. I'm aware of the minor audio lag. Grateful you got a stream at all since I'm at Combo Breaker. LOL. Nothing I can do. Perfect. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. That has been put up there. If one of my mods could pin that, that would be fantastic. Oh, I got it. I'm able to do it from my phone. Look at that. Fantastic. I pinned it. We're good to go. Shout out, by the way, to everybody else who's in here before we end up reading the chapter. Shout out to Soge King, Shadow Knight, Philip Dew, Froggy, Corey, Raidner, Midnight. Got a lot of the squad in here. Navandre Rozan coming through with the membership. Hazmat coming through with the membership. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. And Rob Break coming through with the membership too. Enjoy a cup of tea in the meantime. Look, I got my cup of coffee right here in my nice little home for the holidays mug. So I got it right here. I'm ready to go. Carter in the chat said, I cannot wait for James's art this week. Honestly, it's one of the best additions to your streams is his art. I completely agree. James has changed the game. That's why I pay him the big bucks. It's weird to have 2 employees now, though, because now I've got Brandon as my editor and James as my thumbnail artist. And well, I got one other thing coming, but you guys will find out about that later. I don't want to spoil it anytime soon. It's fine. You understand. Nice background. Where you at? My parents. That's why there's bunny pictures in the background and sconces, and I've got a chandelier up here too. Shout out to SJ Money. Oh, it's out. Perfect. It's out. Excellent. It's out. It's out. Let me refresh on here. All right. It's out. That's what I like to hear. Thank you very much for alerting me. Call me JT. Scroll up to the top. Oh, I'm excited to read this. Oh, it's out. It's out. I see it. I see it. I see it. 10:50. We are here, boys. One Piece manga chapter 10:50. 10 minutes into the stream, but we made it. One Piece 10:50. Let's go. Chapter 10:50. Honor. German double sixes, an emotionless excursion. Ichiji and Reiju sew up. First off, I gotta say this. I am so glad that it's Ichiji and Reiju because I still had people in the previous live reaction stream saying, no way, Roger, it's going to be Blackbeard. It's going to be Blackbeard's crew. And I'm like, look, they're setting it up to be Ichiji and Reiju. Don't get yourselves disappointed. It's going to be a problem. Don't do it to yourselves. Now, here we go. So shout out to the people that were disappointed before. Very sorry. It's not Blackbeard. It's Ichiji and Reiju. I apologize to you, but it is what it is. You should be using the context clues of the story, and you'd know that they weren't going to show up. All right. We got Ichiji in the front making a kick, Reiju in the back sucking the poison out of somebody. A little Charlotte Anana, too, in the front with her little knife. That's crazy they're beating up a kid like that, but all right, here we go. Boom. 10:50. Beginning. Kaido slamming down on the ground, transforming into his human form again, or his Oni form, whatever. Kaido's hole and Big Mom's hole. And you got an image right there of the two of them going down into the center of Onigashima. Meanwhile, above Wano, okay, Luffy, the battle on the roof of the Skull Dome in Onigashima, and you see Luffy falling down as Yamato's going to catch him. Winner, formerly Kaido. What? Formerly Kaido? What the heck is this? What the heck? It's like it was, but not anymore. Oh, man. And Yamato's looking down at Luffy. Interesting. Keep her steady. This is incredible, you two. You're incredible. Interesting, though, that they're not saying winner Luffy, that they're saying formerly Kaido. So that must be set up for a future piece of dialogue. All right, this is incredible. You two, you're incredible. You get a great shot of Momo on the ground in his dragon form as Yamato's holding Luffy. You got the people at the Fire Festival going, keep her steady, holding all the balloons up. Momo's looking over. Meanwhile, in the capital, the festival was approaching a lively conclusion. You see more of these floating up into the sky. Rob in the chat said, I blame Oda for the misleading shadows with Ichiji and Reiju. Don't blame Oda. He did his best. Thank you, by the way, to Nissan for becoming a member as well. Appreciate that. Nakama, thank you very much. Anyway, you got little Toko down there yelling, keep her steady. Mr. Tengu's there as well. I heard Daddy used to be really important. He knew he'd be killed if they caught him. But he went ahead and let them arrest him anyway. That's what somebody told me, at least. I wonder why. The friendly oddball of Ebisu Town shall make a final grand journey. So this is obviously when Yasu was killed. Yasui gave this country a fighting chance. If he had not done what he did when he did it, all of the lights of hope that we'd built up would have gone out. He gave his life to protect the future of Wano. You got him looking down. Toko, don't tell me you ate that fruit. Did you save any for me? I mean, he's laughing? He did that to preserve the future, so that you might grow up to be happy. He did it for me. Well, in that case, I'm going to change my message. So Toko's writing her little message. That's right. To a warrior, there's no greater honor. Oh. That is cute. You've got the little lantern floating up in the sky, and her previous message was, I want to see Daddy again. She crossed off the I want to see, and it just says, Daddy, thank you. Oh, man, and she's laughing as it goes up into the sky. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a great double-page spread, too. I just turned it horizontal, too. You get the shot of all the lanterns up in the sky. Keep her steady. Tengu's smiling as well. I haven't seen that in years. The sky boats from the festival. So, wait, so one thing, I'm going to go back real quick. Don't tell me you ate that fruit. I'm wondering, because the way they're saying it leaves it up to interpretation. where he says, Toko, don't tell me you ate that fruit. She's laughing. And then he says, did you save any for me? You don't actually see him eating the smile fruit. You just see him laughing again. And I thought the whole thing with Yasu is that he was faking laughing to make the smile fruit people feel better. So I don't think it's that she saved any. I think he was saying that as like that's the start of him faking the laughing. That's not how I'm reading it, because you don't see him eat the fruit. And that would be super weird if they had him eat the fruit when it's already been set up with his character that he didn't eat it, right? That it wasn't forced laughing, that he started to do that personality change, right? In order to make the people who ate the smiles feel better. Like he did that, I guess he did it of his own free will if he ate the fruit too. But there's no confirmation, at least in the official. I don't know, maybe the scans did something different. But it says here, Toko, don't tell me you ate it. Next thing, did you save any for me? But you don't see the fruit. And then you see them laughing hand in hand. So we'll see. Maybe that'll be clarified in SBS or something. But the scans said, let me have a bite. Interesting. Interesting. When I talk to Steven again, who's the official translator, I will ask him what that's supposed to mean. Yeah, but prior to this point, I don't know if you guys remember, I don't think he actually ate the fruit. That was his whole thing, was that he was pretending that he ate it and then laughing alongside the other smile users, but we'll see. Anyway, I haven't seen that in years. The Skyboat's from the festival, and you got Nekomamushi there. Listen up, Yugara. I can confirm it now. Luffy smashed Kaido all the way deep into the earth. Here we go. Onigashima would have fallen, but Lord Momo turned into a giant dragon and stopped it. Is that right? And all the people are listening. Then that pink dragon, that was Lord Momonosuke? He has powers? After 20 long years of waiting for the chance to avenge Lord Oden's death, we are victorious. We've taken down 2 Yonko, 2 Emperors of the Sea, baby. They're all screaming. I never thought I'd leave to see this battle alive. Big Mom's down. I still... To this day, I obviously loved the stuff with Gear 5. I guess I could save this for the review portion, but I'm saying it in my live reaction. I still obviously loved the stuff with Gear 5. I thought that was really hype, seeing Luffy use that against Kaido. But to me, still, my favorite moment, and this is because Law is one of my favorite characters, but my favorite moment was Law going in with that final attack, creating the hole, alongside Kid, the 2 of them smacking down Big Mom into the earth. Because Big Mom has caused me so many problems over the years as a One Piece YouTuber. People have gotten on my case because how I felt about how they did Big Mom. And then to have Law, my favorite character, be the one to put the big girl down, it made me very, very happy. So I was happy to see that. Obviously, though, I'm still happy for Luffy and for Kaido. But again, it's important to note, they took down 2 Emperors of the Sea, 2 Yonko. One of them is Kaido, and one of them is, of course, Big Mom. Let's continue. All right. Actually, I gotta say, I kind of missed this old format of doing it on the tablet. I might just do this again. Anyway, okay, so you got Kawamatsu, Raizo, Komurasaki, and Denjiro. You got Kid and Killer laughing in the background. Beppo hugging on the Law. And then crusty old Apu saying, Straw Hat beat Kaido. Standing up, you got Nami there with Marco and Zeus and Tama. See, now I appreciate seeing this squad. I like these intercuts. You got Old Man Hyo with the other Yakuza members. I have 2 patients in critical condition, Chopper. And Chopper, Zoro's out cold and won't come too. We still got to figure out what's going on with Zoro. Dr. Chopper, we need help over here. And poor Chopper's drowning in patience. But Miyagi leaps into battle saying, good thing I'm here to help. Very good. Mr. Miyagi, appreciate you showing up. All right. Momo laying on the ground. Zunisha. Zunisha, can you hear me? I have thought long and hard. And I will not open the borders of Wano yet. Interesting. And they bolded yet, too. I will not open the borders yet. So what is he waiting for? Maybe for the world government to go away? And Zunisha says, very well, I will respect your decision. I trust in your judgment. Thank you, Zunisha. Momo's got the strength to get back up, though. This is kind of hype. And you have some rumbling? Is this an earthquake? It's too late to celebrate, folks. We still got you outnumbered. Oh. Because they knocked Kaido and Big Mom to the ground. So we got an earthquake because they're coming back. We've got you outnumbered. Lose focus and lose the fight. Now, surrender. There's no way Kaido lost. We're an Emperor's crew. And you got the other remaining Beast Pirates there. You better surrender. He's down. You want to go a few more rounds? I'm game. Frankie, let's not, please. We have been in this story arc longer. Just in Act 3. Act 3 was longer than Whole Cake Island. Let's go now. I'm ready to go. No more few more rounds. No more any of this. No Kaido Big Mom getting up. Let's move forward. Please. Let's go directly to Elbaf. I'm done. No more. We're good. No more Wano. Unless you're going to give me more of a Kaido flashback. Because how it's looking right now, that previous chapter with the 2 pages of Kaido flashback and 3 pages of the flood looking kind of crusty. But anyway, that's fine. That's a discussion for a different thing. Stand down, Animal Kingdom Pirates. You already died once in this fight. Young Master Yamato. Onigashima would have smashed into the ground if not for our leader. Great shot of Yamato there, by the way. Spoken like a member of the enemy. After losing the fight and being saved from certain death, if you go back to fighting, know that I will destroy you. Spoken like the next Straw Hat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. An earthquake? Why now? And then meanwhile, you see a shot in the underground magma pool. Yeah, Kaido down there, Big Mom, blubbering in the lava. We see the bodies and they're shedded out. But part of me, I'll save it. I'll save it for the review. I'll save it for the review. Because this will be a whole sidebar conversation. I'm going to save it for the review. But know that I have acknowledged Kaido and Big Mom in the lava. We'll get to it in the review. Okay. Excavation Labor Camp Udon. That's a quake. Babanuki, something's happening down on the seafloor. You got the blubbering. The final battle in the skies over Wano. Winner, Straw Hat Luffy. Got the confirmation of the Oda box. Meanwhile, Babanuki saying, what? An underwater volcanic eruption. So obviously that's Big Mom and Kaido then setting that off. An eruption? That was toward Udon. They're pulling a if I go down, I'm taking you with me kind of moment. All right. Is that Onigashima? Are Kaido's goons doing something? Well, all is well. You are not in danger. Kaido? My lord, what is he doing here? This is supposed to be the day of our freedom. But obviously that's not Kaido, that's Momonosuke. Momonosuke saying, I am not Kaido. That eruption was the final drumbeat, signaling the end of Kaido, Supreme Commander of the Animal Kingdom Pirates. And you've got all them looking up in the sky like, what? The people of the Fire Festival? Oh my God, this is the moment I've been waiting for. This moment right here is the moment I have been waiting for right here. Let's go. I cannot wait to see this. You've got Momo commanding them in the sky. And when Momo comes, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. You got the smoke right there. There are people coming through the dust. Lady Kamurasaki. No way. Is that a ghost? And you have her walk it out. We just held the funeral for her. Is this a dream, a vision? That beauty belongs to no one else. It must be her. And Boss Kyoshiro, what happened to his silent pompadour? It's going to be a long story. A long, long story, he said. But we've brought you the new Shogun of Wano. Doo-doom! To be continued. One Piece Manga Chapter 1050. And there we go. Finale. Signaling the end. Luffy smiling, volcanic eruption, Big Mom in the lava. Where do I even start with this review this week? First off, thank you very much to everybody who was donating and becoming a member during that. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. I will get to you guys when we're done with my review portion. Absolutely. Actually, before we even... Well, no, I'm going to wait. I want to get through my review first because there's a lot I want to talk about with this chapter. Okay. First and foremost, we got the Oda box for Luffy. Right? It says winner, Straw Hat Luffy. To me, seeing that Oda box tells me we're at the end now. Oh, and you guys are saying there's no break next week? Let's go. Good. Again, review time though. Seeing that Oda box where it says winner, Straw Hat Luffy says to me we're done now. This is Oda's way of signaling we're through with Wano. The fight's over. No round 4. He's gone through the other rounds. He took down Kaido. Kaido and Big Mom are now down to the magma. It's over at this point. We're moving into the falling action and the conclusion of Wano Country. We're done, which is good. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I was hoping for. I do think that some people probably will be disappointed with this conclusion to Wano Country, which is surprising considering we've been doing this for so long. But I do think some people might be upset because technically Luffy did beat Kaido with the giant punch, right? At the end of the day, he still did do a giant punch to beat him. Obviously, Gear 5 was involved, and there were other aspects to it, and he tied things in with the story. So I'm not really that bummed by it. I'm not really that upset by that. I think the thing, looking at the end of Wano Country now, that I'm most upset by, that we really didn't get to spend a lot of time on, now that it's clear we're not getting more of this because they're down in the magma, is Kaido's flashback. I think that's my big upset. But, looking back on it and thinking about that chapter again, I do think the reason, and I thought this at the time too, it's not like I didn't think this at the time, but I think the reason he did not show more of that flashback was to not spoil us on future flashbacks. But the other part of me is like, we've been in Wano Country for so long that we kind of deserve that. We kind of deserve to see something with rocks. We kind of deserve to get a little bit more of Kaido than what we ended up getting, especially explanations with Yamato. And maybe we'll get like a Yamato. I mean, there's still time for a Yamato flashback, right? We could maybe get a Yamato flashback before Yamato joins the crew or something like that. Because I guess this is going to transition into something else. Again, I have a lot of thoughts with this chapter. Right here, this shot at the end of the chapter where you see Momo saying, I am not Kaido, the eruption was here. You got Lady Komurasaki. You got the ghosts of Wano Country, right? You've got the other samurai standing there. You got their shadows, their challenger approaching screen, and then Denjiro saying it's going to be a long story, but we brought the new Shogun. To me, I'm going to say this right now. I think having Komurasaki at the front, at the forefront of all of this, and the other scabbards behind her, that kind of says to me and telegraphs to me that Momo is not the next Shogun. Because Momo still has the brain of a child, and Momo came to announce the proclamation that Kaido is down, right? That Luffy beat him, and you've got the other scabbards there. But I think that Denjiro being there saying we brought the new Shogun of Wano is the lead-in, right? He is the messenger to say the next Shogun of Wano Country is going to be none other than Komurasaki. Because again, that sets up everything that we got throughout the story with the next Shogun needing to be a man, right? You had the stuff with Momonosuke when he was young. You had the stuff with Oden. You had the stuff with Oden's family. You have the stuff with Yamato. Kaido saying my son needs to be Shogun. All this other stuff. And now this proves this doesn't need to be a man. It can be Hiyori, right? You don't need a man to be the Shogun of Wano Country, which then is the perfect opportunity for Yamato to leave with the crew, which is what I've been saying for years at this point. Not years. Well, it's probably been years at this point. It's been about a year and a half, right? But this, to me, says clear as day, Yamato's joining. Yamato's joining. And I would go as far to say that this might even be a hint that Momo would be joining as well, with Momo saying to Zunisha, I'm not ready to open the borders yet, right? I'm not ready. We have other things we need to do. We need to take down those world government ships. Right now, what happens if Wano becomes an open country? Obviously, someone's going to swoop in. Blackbeard's going to swoop in. Shanks might swoop in. We don't know, right? But someone's going to swoop in. Sierra in my chat saying that Komurasaki's been going through it for years. She deserves it. I'm right there with you. Shout out, by the way, Sierra. Nice to see you in here. It's been a while since the last time I heard from you. Wonderful seeing you in here, Sierra. But yeah, I think that is what this is setting up. I really do. I'm looking at this final panel. I think Komurasaki is going to be the Shogun. I think you've got Denjiro telling the people of the Fire Festival the story. I think Momo is acting as the herald, telling them that Kaido is down and saying to Zunisha that I'm not going to open the borders yet because there's still things they need to do. That says to me, ding, 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 right? That Momo, whose retainer now is kind of Yamato because you got the back and forth between the two of them. Momo's not leaving Yamato. Yamato's not leaving Momo. The two of them are going to be together. So if Yamato leaves with the crew and brings Momo along and they discover something at Laugh Tale, and they find out the truth about One Piece, guess what that's going to do? That's going to have them look back. That's going to have him communicate with Zunisha saying, yo, boys, it's time. Open the borders. It's all coming together, honestly. So this chapter, there's a lot of subtext in this chapter that I think culminates to a really exciting final portion of the story, right? So I think there's things here. I think people are going to be focused on like the Luffy fight. And I haven't seen anything, obviously. I've been gone. I'm in Chicago. I'm at Cabo Breaker. I'm doing other stuff. But to me, that's what this chapter says. And that I'm excited for that. That's the prospect that I've been hoping for when it comes to the end of Wano Country. That's what I've been looking forward to the most. Aside from, of course, the Kaido flashback that I didn't get, but it is what it is, right? But is the resolution of Wano and how that leads into the repercussions of the world overall. right? What's going to happen post Wano Country? When people find out that Big Mom has been taken down by Law and Kid? What's going to happen when Luffy, right, is announced as the winner to the world, right? When Big News Morgan swoops in with his scoop and says, by the way, Luffy took down Kaido. That's going to shake things up. You got 2 Emperors of the Sea down, right? And I know I've gone back and forth and I've said that the title of Yonko, right, isn't necessarily something that needs to be passed down. There doesn't need to be a new Yonko, right? It's what's the best way to word this? I feel like when you think of Yonko as a title, people see Yonko as a title that needs to be filled again, when realistically it's not that. I feel like Yonko is a thing that's put in place to explain the power structure of the world at large. And part of me thinks that, yes, with Big Mom down, and with Kaido down, and with Luffy already being declared the 5th Yonko by Big News Morgans, that maybe those 2 slots, which I never thought I'd even be saying this, but maybe, because it was a tag team with Kid and Law, maybe Kid and Law fill in the other 2 spots. Luffy still acts as the 5th of the Emperors of the Sea, and then there's Blackbeard and Shanks. That would be wild. That would be wild. If suddenly after all this, the world sees Kid, Law, Luffy, Shanks, and Blackbeard as the Emperors of the Sea. And the supernovas have been abolished at this point. So, like, what's going on with them, too, right? Last we've seen, Kobe's on his way to go see Hancock right now. So, what's going on with Hancock? What's going on with Weevil? What's going on with Buggy? What's going on with Mihawk in particular? You know, Mihawk's not going down without a fight. What's going on with Mihawk? A lot of different things at play. But while we're on the topic, I want to bring up one thing. I'm seeing this shot of Kaido and Big Mom sitting in the lava right there, okay? One thing that I want to say is I don't think this is going to be the case, but I hope and pray that they are dead. And I know this is One Piece. I know nobody ever dies, but I hope they're dead. I really, truly hope Kaido and Big Mom are dead. Because it's magma, okay? It's magma. They're in a liquid. They're in magma. It's burning hot. It would be odd to me if somehow they survived this. But again, if anyone could do it, it would be Big Mom and Kaido. If anyone could survive being drowned in lava. But if this is the end of Big Mom and Kaido, if it ends with this shot of their corpses in the lava, the volcano erupting, and then ushering in a new era, I would love that. If that's actually how this ends, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. Because I don't think you necessarily need Big Mom to be present if we're going to get an Elbaf arc, right? She doesn't have to be there. There have to be characters that interacted with her, and there have to be Big Mom pirates. How are they? I just even thought of that. Wait. Whole bunch of things going on in my head. We got the Big Mom pirates remnants that are still here, right? What's going to happen when they find out that Big Mom was killed? What's going to happen when Katakuri, who was talking to Luffy, and Luffy says he's going to come back and beat Big Mom? What's going to happen to that? That plot thread. Big Mom just never comes back. And Katakuri goes, what happened to Mommy? And it's like she died. She's in a volcano under Wano Country. She's dead. She gets burned up. I don't know. But I would like for them to be dead. Personally, I think that'd be awesome. I don't think they are. I think that eruption is actually not just a, usher in of the new era. I think that is also assigned to us as Raiders. They're probably still alive in the magma somewhere, doing some wild thing with their Conqueror's Haki, and that's what set off the eruption, and it's going to take them time to get back up to the surface, and that time will probably be during the final war, right? I don't know. Maybe there's going to be something where they go through the Earth's core or whatever, but I'm not going to believe it until I get confirmation from Oda's mouth that Kaido and Big Mom are dead. If there was an Oda box that said, this is the death of Big Mom and Kaido, then I'd believe it. But right now, I don't believe it. Which is maybe another reason why it's not hitting as much as I think it could have had we gotten that confirmation. But I still enjoy it. I still think it's good. Also, what would happen when Big Mom dies, right? Because if Big Mom dies, what happens to the homies? Does all the life that she stole from them go back to the people? Like, how does that work? I have questions about their Devil Fruit. I really do. I guess Kaido, it really doesn't matter because the Devil Fruit's been cloned and now it's in Momonosuke. But Big Mom, that opens up some questions. What happens when Big Mom dies? I don't know. But looking at the rest of the chapter, I mean, it's just you get Luffy declared the winner. I think one of my favorite moments, weirdly enough, was the stuff with Toko, right? With the rewrites of her wish. Instead, now accepting her father's death, no longer saying I want to see him again, but accepting he died for a reason, for the country, and then saying thank you to her father with her final message that goes up in the sky before the declaration that Kaido's been taken down, Wano's been freed. I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. I really like that a lot. I like that a lot. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this chapter. I think this is a lot of fun. I think this is a good conclusion type chapter, and it gets me excited. Seeing the confirmation on screen, winner, Luffy, that's all I needed to see out of this chapter, and I knew I was going to be happy. I just needed to see winner, Luffy. Because had I not seen that Oda box, I would have believed we would have gone on to another part of the fight. But then I'm also wondering, looking at this, why the act hasn't ended if Luffy beat Kaido. How is the act not ended yet? Maybe Komurasaki gets announced as Shogun. I thought of something. Maybe the act ends when next chapter we get Denjiro's recap of what happened in Wano Country, which I'm sure Toei will be thrilled about to do a recap episode. You get Denjiro telling the people of the Fire Festival what happened, right? You get that information. You see the scabbards again. You see all that good stuff. You have the people of the Fire Festival realizing, oh my God, Toki's prophecy was true. They came back, the ghost of Wano, all that stuff. And then to close out, this would actually be fire. Now I want this to happen. Now I'm going to get disappointed if this doesn't happen. Then we get Komurasaki announced as the next Shogun of Wano Country. And you know how Komurasaki's always playing off the different acts with the shamisen? That Komurasaki plays herself off. And that's the end of the act. That you've got Komurasaki breaking out the banjo from underneath her kimono, playing off, I am the new Shogun, doom, 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 curtains close, act 3 end. And then, see, this is getting me too hyped, especially because there's no break. If we get that, and then we go into what happened, because then there's always stuff that happens in the act breaks. Then we could get more of the stuff with the supernovas and Boa and Weevil for a couple chapters, and then, boom, back into Act 4, the falling action, the stuff with the rogue poneglyphs, what this means for the world, I can't wait. The next couple chapters are going to be make or break. Oda's either going to completely knock it out of the park with these next 3, or they're going to be garbage. That's how I feel right now. It's either going to be he hits or he misses. That's how I feel. Because if this drags on and Kaido climbs his way back up and we have another fight, despite all of this that they set up in this chapter, I'm going to be salty. Honestly, I'm going to be salty. And there's no two ways about it. And some people might be happy with that, but I'm preparing you guys right now. If that happens and we get another round of Kaido after all this, if that still happens, I'm done. I'm out. I obviously I'm not out. I'm not stopping reading One Piece, but I will genuinely be like, come on, why are you doing this now? You don't need to drag this out anymore. This is perfect. I feel like this, the only way this could have been better in terms of the conclusion of Wano as a whole for me personally is had Kinemon and Kiku and Kanjuro, well, Kanjuro's dead, but Kiku and Kinemon specifically, had they actually died. Because having seen the, what was it, 1015 or 1014, what was the really good One Piece anime episode where it had the beginning of Root Piece and Luffy climbs up and he sees the image of him promising to Kinemon that he's going to save the country, and then boom, it's quick cuts to all of them dead on the ground. I'm so hyped. I was calling the Warlord Supernovas. Oh my God, what am I saying? That's how you can tell I'm hyped, though. That's how you can tell I'm hyped. I was calling the Warlord Supernovas. You guys knew what I meant, though. You know what I meant. Anyway. Thank you for pointing that out. I completely forgot. But yeah, when I said Boa and Buggy, you should know I'm talking about the Warlords. Anyway, I lost my train of thought now because I'm so excited. 1015, thank you very much. Anime episode 1015, when you get that shot of Kinemon lying there on the ground and saying, how could I face Oden and death, and Luffy's holding him and he's bleeding out. I feel like this arc could have had a perfect conclusion if we did not get confirmation that Kinemon and Kiku were alive. Even if it happened at the ending, if we didn't get it when we did. Because I think that sucked all the wind out of that chapter. At least for me personally, it sucked all the wind out of that chapter. No pun intended with Kinemon farting when he came back to life. But to me, it didn't work. with the other stakes that were set up throughout the course of the end of Wano Country. Just straight up didn't work. And I think it would have been more powerful if they were alive, because they didn't do anything. What did Kinemon and Kiku do after being revealed that they were alive? Nothing. They didn't need to be alive. They didn't need to be there when Kanjuro, shows up and sends the little fire spirit down to where Komurasaki and Denjiro and Orochi were. Literally, they did not need to be alive in that moment. If you were going to have a reveal that they were still alive, you have the reveal when the ghosts show up, which is clearly going to happen next chapter with the Shadows of the Scabbards. And then you go, oh my God, they actually somehow survived. That would have been fine. Thematically, that would have been great. That would have been totally fine. But to have it happen when it did in the story, it was garbage, bro. It was garbage. No two ways. In my opinion, it was garbage. It ruined that part of Wano Country for me, which is a shame. Because I think on the whole, I don't know how I have to go watch other people's videos and like what they thought of this. But on the whole, I think this is a very satisfying conclusion for me personally for the end of Wano Country. I really do. I think this was great. Seeing Komurasaki being teased as the next Shogun, having Momo tell Zunisha, not opening the borders yet. We have other stuff we got to do. Yamato saying, look, if any of you try to hurt Luffy at this moment or anybody else, I'll fight you myself. I'll kill you. You get the reactions from the entire crew. I think it was great. I'm excited for the aftermath of what this is going to mean for the rest of the story. But overall, I am very, very happy with this chapter. Now, wait a minute. I want to do something because we obviously had a really good chapter. I am very curious as to what the thumbnail art is going to be for this week. So I got to look at this. Live reveal of James's thumbnail art. We got One Piece 1050. I'm opening up my Google Drive right now. All right, when you scroll down. Oh, full. Oh, let me turn this sideways and show the camera. Wait a minute. Wow. Look at that. You beauty. Wow, I love that. And he even crossed, how do you do that fast? And he crossed out where it says, thank you, Dad. Oh, man. Beat the scary dragon. The Kozuki clan is back. Look at this. Wow. I also got to say, James, great choice going with the Dragon Momonosuke. Because I think that makes for a really epic final shot. Because he could have gone with like Komurasaki. He could have gone with Luffy smiling. Could have gone with Yamato. I think this was the right call. James, I think going with the adult Dragon Momonosuke, telling everybody it's over, declaring Kaido done with the Fire Festival lanterns in the back is perfect. That thumbnail is gorgeous. I just got to splice in my face on it now and then put One Piece 1050, but this is fire. But he said he did two versions, so I'm curious what he meant. Because, see, this was the one from the previous week with the Kaido flashback and with Luffy. One is... Oh, I'm glad he did this because now I have it from my archive. He also did a version without the background, so it's easier to splice in for the thumbnail if I want to have multiple layers. Oh, that's fantastic. Dude, I love that. He did a clear, transparent PNG. Dude, James is outdoing himself every single week, man. Every single week. It looks phenomenal. Great work, James. Absolutely beautiful work this week. Fantastic. Great chapter, too. I'm really very happy with that one. I am very curious to see what everybody else thought. But for me personally, I had a good time reading that. I like the way it's setting up the end of Wano. I like what this potentially means for the story. Maybe it's because I think this gives us a pretty good opportunity to potentially see Yamato joining the crew, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But now it is time to read your questions, to shout out my members, to everybody who's been in here. Thank you very, very much. Let me go all the way back to the first one of the stream. This one comes from Hollow Avarice, super chatting $5 saying, Roger, happy 10th anniversary of Law and Luffy teaming up to beat Kaido. Has it been 10 years? I guess it has been. Wow. It has been. It has been because I was in college. Wow. And the announcement of the alliance and Punk Hazard was 10 years ago. I guess that makes sense, right? Because we had Punk Hazard, we had Dressrosa, we had Whole Cake Island, Reverie, Zoe, and now we're in Wano country. We've been in Wano for 4 years. Wow. 10-year anniversary. Was it literally the exact anniversary too? Like, I'd be curious to see if that chapter lined up with this chapter's release. I wouldn't put it past Oda, honestly. Oda's timing is brilliant with this kind of stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised. But thank you for that donation. I did not know that. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Oh, I got to drink some coffee real quick. Hold on. We got Nissan becoming a member. We got Baxter becoming a member. Logan Baxter. We got Gunman becoming a member for 3 months, saying another month down. Beautiful. Naruto Toad Sage super chatted and said, I know it's a little off topic, but I highly recommend an anime called Scissor 7. It's wholesome, and in my opinion, it's very underrated. I'll check it out. I will check it out. What's it about? Curiously. Scissor 7? If the anime's good, I'll check it out. Dylan super chatted and said, page 14 is fascinating to see because this is how volcanoes hunted in ancient times. Page 14. Oh, I see what you mean. With the eruption going up like this instead of going down. Well, again, you see the lightning coming around it, so I assumed that the eruption had something to do with like Conqueror's Haki, the remaining Haki of Kaido and Big Mom being let out. But, all right, let's see what else. Rob Harley super chatted and said, 10 years ago on May 27th and 28th in chapter 668, indeed, the Luffy and Law Alliance was formed to take down Kaido. Coincidence? I think not. Confirmation from Rob then. It was 10 years ago on May 27th. So that was the chapter. Wow. Wow. Incredible. Vincius super chatted and said, Luffy should have done lightning damage to defeat him. Lightning damage? Well, he's the sun god. He doesn't need to do lightning damage. Fran Marty super chatted and said, I don't understand the giant punch argument from a lot of people because Gear 5 plus Conqueror's Haki plus Ryo Haki beat Kaido. It's not like Gear 5 one-shotted him or anything. He just one-punched him after that. So, Fran, I actually agree with you. I am on the side of things that I actually agree with you. I am perfectly fine with it being the giant punch to beat Kaido because of all the other things that added up to get there, right? We got the introduction to Gear 5. We had the building out of his new Haki. So I'm right there with you. Ryo and the stuff with the upgraded coated armament Haki and the Conqueror's Haki and Gear 5, I'm fine with it too. I'm right there with you. No problem there whatsoever. I agree. But I do think there are going to be some people who are disappointed. But again, their prerogative. They could say that. Thank you again to Vincius, by the way, for becoming a member. Greatly appreciate that. Soge King became a member for 13 months, saying, if Hunter x Hunter came back, so can my dad. Well, I don't know your family life, but I mean, Hunter x Hunter took a while, so we'll see. Kensters11 super chatted and said, I started reading One Piece and following you when Luffy declared war on Kaido 10 years ago. Feels like the perfect time to donate now. Thank you for absolutely everything that you do. Thank you for showing up to the live streams, Ken. Greatly appreciate it. Nakama, thank you very much. Wart Galore super chatting and saying, there's a couple of Easter eggs with Big Mom in the magma. Her arm is drawn to resemble a soul, and there's also a heart on her chest. Let me zoom in real quick. Oh, with her arm going like this, and then you get the magma flake. Where do you see the... Oh, I don't really see that as a heart, though. I see what you're talking about. The little magma flake that's up in the top right corner, right here. I see what you're talking about, but I don't know. It's open for interpretation, I think, that you could see that as a heart. I just assumed that's like a magma flake over her silhouette, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Eduardo, my man Eduardo, becoming a member for 31 months, saying this scenario sets an opportunity for Kaido to save Big Mom and pay off his lifelong debt. Even if they survive, they've already been beaten. Interesting. Robert Summers donated and said, do you think Oda's going to have Kaido gone and dead with this ending, or do you think he's going to be on the ground knocked out? I personally think, and I'm setting the expectation for myself, that he's just going to be knocked out in the magma until the time comes when Oda needs to break him out. But in my opinion, I would think it would be better for the story if he died here. But we'll see. Sharkman super chatted and said, what do you think of the earth shaking, being Wano country splitting apart and then forcing its borders open despite Momo's wishes? I don't think that's the case. I think you read the fake spoilers that came out last week. And that's why I think you've got that in your head. Because I had so many people telling me last Monday that spoilers were out for this chapter. I had a warning from my good buddy in the chat, Aaron, saying, be careful, spoilers are out. And so then I asked Reagan, and I was like, are spoilers out? And then she looked and told me, no, spoilers aren't out for the chapter yet. But there were fake spoilers that went out that declared that there was going to be a volcano blast and that the borders would be opening despite Momo's wishes not to open them. So actually, the fake spoilers ended up getting a lot of things right. But no, I don't think that's what this means. I think it means exactly what I talked about in my reaction to my review. I think it ushers in the new era, right, of the Yonko being down, new emperors of the sea, the story moving on from Wano country. But who knows? Who knows? That could change in future chapters. But I think for the time being, based on what we have in the story right now, that's not how I'm reading it or interpreting it. But appreciate the donation. Appreciate it. Code 1 DXZ super chatted and said, Yamato's backstory has not been fully fleshed out before the big battle. That's an inconsistency from the rest of the crew, so I don't think Yamato is joining. We'll see. Maybe it'll be afterwards. We'll see. I don't know. But also, we did get a little bit of a Yamato flashback already. We did get a little bit of that with the stuff with Ace, with Yamato as a kid. So we have already seen that. And actually, I would make the argument that we have had the Straw Hat backstory goal reveal already happened for Yamato with Oden's journal as a child, and then the declaration that Yamato wants to join Luffy and sail along with the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates to Laugh Tale. That the goal is to be the next Oden, right? The goal is to be the scribe and chronicle all this and travel with the Straw Hats to Laugh Tale. That could be a goal. The goal of the new characters that join doesn't necessarily need to be an overall goal for the story. It could be a goal with a fixed point in time, kind of like Brooks, right? Brooks' goal is to meet Laboon again, to sail around and see Laboon again. So that could act as Yamato's goal. We'll see. Big Mom's crew has been missing for so long, says Vidoli. How do you think they're going to play out in the ending of Wano? That is really up in the air. I think maybe we could end up seeing them take on some of the world government ships, or we could see them have an interaction with the member of Cypher Pole that we just saw jumping off the island. I don't know. They're kind of a wild card, which is exciting. But I could also maybe see them finding out that Big Mom is dead and then freaking out and wondering what to do with the crew and having like an internal war of who's going to take over. And Perisparrow saying he wants to. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Perisparrow's knocked out right now, though, isn't he? So we'll see. Momo, Yamato, and Carrot joining would absolutely make a round 13 crew and complete the Zodiac crew theory. Fingers crossed. It would be super cool. I've seen a lot of people have that idea, Terratone, and I'm right there with it. I would love. That would be a best case scenario for me. If Momo, Yamato, and Carrot all join, and then boom, final confirmation. That is our crew going into the ending of the story. Those are our 13. And you have Carrot as the look, because they all have their own roles to play. You got Momo as the cabin boy. You got Yamato as the scribe. You got Carrot as the lookout. We're good. We got everybody. We have every job filled at that point. I'd be so happy with that. I would be so, that's an absolute best case scenario, because then you get Carrot, you get the new girl, you get Yamato, you get the scribe, you get the tie-in with Wano Country, and then you get the stuff with Momo. You got a kid on the crew being goofy, acting like a cabin boy. I think it'd be great. I would love that, would love that, would love that. I would absolutely love that. From everything from this fight, is Luffy the new most wanted man in the world? Nope, that's still Dragon, because Dragon's still alive, Tev Sauce. But I do think he's going to be pretty high up there. I think he's near tied with his dad right now, but his dad still has made the proclamation he wants to take down the government, and obviously is very dangerous and is a revolutionary. So I still think, for the time being, even having taken down Kaido, right, Kaido wasn't the most wanted man in the world, neither was Big Mom. So I don't think that automatically is going to make Luffy the most wanted man, unless somehow it gets leaked to the rest of the world, the meaning of the sun god stuff, in which case maybe that would shift. But even then, I feel like it would still be Dragon. We'll see. Midnight says, Magma has taken down 3 Yonko and Ace 0. Oh, man. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Come on. Ozzy Edwards super chatted and said, once the Gorosei hear about the defeat of Kaido and Big Mom, maybe, just maybe, they'll take Luffy seriously. I think they already do take Luffy seriously at this point. I think that's what that scene in regards to the stuff with Sun God Nika meant. I think they do take him seriously at this point now. I think even had he lost to Kaido and none of this happened, they still would have wanted to find Luffy and get that fruit back. Mr. Fan says, I think Momo wants to ask the people of Wano if they want the borders open. Oh, it could be that too. I didn't even consider that maybe he asked the people, what do you think is best? I could see that. That's a good idea. Axby says, if Big Mom dies, do you think Nami gets her fruit to make her own Zeus and Prometheus? Okay. Let me just say this right now, all right? Let me say this right now. I have been on the train that has wanted Nami to get a devil fruit ever since Monet died. Ever since Monet died, I was like, give her the snow fruit. And then we got Carrot, and I said, give Carrot the snow fruit. But if they wanted to, and somehow, some way, if Big Mom is actually dead, there's a whole bunch of things that have to happen for this to happen. But if Big Mom is actually dead in the magma, and it just so happens that her soul fruit transfers into the tangerines on the Always Sunny, on the Thousand Sunny. This is how messed up I am right now because I'm thinking about all this and the possibilities. If the fruit from Big Mom transfers into the tangerine tree on the Thousand Sunny and Nami eats the fruit and gets Big Mom's power, I would be 100 trillion% on board with that. I would be so happy with it. You get a really good power boost for Nami. More of the ties with her and Zeus. I would adore that, but I do not think that is going to happen. If I'm being realistic, I don't think that's going to happen. Rob said, I can't believe you called it the Always Sunny. I'm calling Warlord Supernavas. I'm calling the Thousand Sunny the Always Sunny. Speaking of which, did you guys see the little image of the drawn version of the Thousand Sunny as like a mascot for Film Red? I don't know how that's going to happen, but apparently like the Sunny is going to come alive and he's going to be a little like chopper mascot. It's going to be cool. Anyway. Regardless, I love the idea. I think that would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen. Masao super chatted and said, Luffy took out the Yonko with the highest bounty solo, so he's considered the strongest now. I'm glad we're entering the lore dump and exposition part of Wano Country with the feast. You and me both. And I don't actually think that's the case. No, because obviously he had backup with the stuff with Roof Piece. I don't think he's suddenly going to be considered the strongest beast alive just because he beat Kaido. I think that title doesn't necessarily need to be passed down just yet. We'll see. Gagan became a member for 2 years. Congratulations, saying, been watching since your Smash 4 days. You're one of my favorite content creators. Keep doing what you're doing. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much, Gagan. Appreciate that. Nakama to you. Thank you very much. Ozzy Edwards super chatted and said, what have we learned, boys and girls? Never, and I do mean never, underestimate Monkey D. Luffy. When will the people learn? Preach, Ozzy. Masao super chatted again and say, why does Big Mom have to die for her powers to stop working? It was enough for Sugar to pass out to transform everybody back. I guess that's true too, but we don't really understand what. You know what? I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with it. Logan Baxter super chatted and said, do you think the act structure was set up as a 5-act kabuki play, but Luffy, a stand-in for Western influence, the Black Ships, intervening, made it more into a 3-act structure? That is my theory. I'm going to leave the act structure stuff until the end of the arc, because at this point, I don't really know. I thought it was going to be 5 acts. Now I don't know at this point. I think now it's going to be Komurasaki 3 acts. Boom, closes Act 3 of Wano Country, and then we get the falling action as something that's not even part of an act. It could be that. But maybe we get, I don't know. I don't think there's going to be 2 more full acts of Wano Country, though. I do think it's going to be 3 acts, with the 3rd act being the longest, and now it ends with Komurasaki being named the Shogun, and then we move on. We'll see. I just got a text message. Who's this from? Matt! Oh, what's going on, Matt? Matt Owens just texted me and said, okay, so this is direct. This is a theory. Matt, I hope you don't mind if I'm reading this on stream. I'm sure he doesn't mind. Matt texted me a theory right now that says there's and if you don't know who Matt is the writer, one of the head producers of the Netflix One Piece adaptation, the new Netflix One Piece show. Good buddy of mine texted me while I'm live right now, sharing a little theory that I think is very interesting, saying there's a mother legacy theory with Big Mom's fruit that also plays well with Nami in the universe where she gets it. Carmel was a terrible mother. Lin was a terrible mother. And Nami can be a wonderful mother at the end of the story with Big Mom's fruit. Maybe starting an orphanage. Oh my God, I love this. I just got chills. I got chills, Matt. Matt, I got chills. I love this. I got chills and I love this. I love this. I love this. Carmel was a terrible mother. Lin was a terrible mother. Nami could be a wonderful mother at the end of the story, maybe starting an orphanage and carrying on the legacy of Belmare. Now I want this to happen. Now I want Big Mom's crusty corpse to die in the magma of Wano country and for the soul fruit to transfer into the tangerine on the tangerine tree and transfer into Nami. Bro, I love that. I love that theory. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think that is awesome. I love the context for the story, like you said, with Carmel and Lin being terrible mothers, and then Nami can start an orphanage at the ending and have all the kids, and then, oh my God, and give the souls back. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nami starting an orphanage, carrying on the tradition of Belmare, and being a good mother using the soul fruit at the end. That's like best case scenario. Now, Oda, see, here's the problem, though. Here's the problem with that, Matt. The problem with that is that because we've now put that in the ether, Oda's never going to do it. Oda's never going to do it now. That's the only issue, unless he doesn't care. And he says, look, I don't care what Matt Owen's son and RogersBase son think. I'm doing this anyway. I wish I would love, but that idea is like 10 out of 10. I love it. Plays along with what my chat was saying earlier. Absolutely, positively love that. Love that. Also, Matt, since I know you're watching, text me your YouTube name so I can mod you so you can actually talk in my chat, because I've got everything on members only mode to avoid spoilers. So DM me your little name and I'll add it after the stream so you're a mod so you can hop in every once in a while. But thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Nakama. Also, let me know if Emily or Jacob or any of the squad wants to be modded. Give me their names as well. I'll mod them too. You get Nami and Usopp and you chilling in the chat. It's going to be great. All right, moving on though. Hold on, we got a lot more super chat donations. That was a fantastic theory though. I love that. All right. Mike Mancool super chatting saying, in before Big Mom turns the magma into homies? Bruh, don't even say it. Don't put that in the ether. We just had a good Big Mom theory. Mike Mancool, go back to watching Ewoks and talking about Caribou. Don't put that in the ether, Mike. Please. Don't do it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you. Oh, man, that's funny. Hassan M super chatted and said, I think you could go another way with Big Mom. Oh, my God. Hassan saying the Big Mom Omi theory as well. They write out the magma from the eruption and Kaido sees Zunisha and accepts Luffy as Joy Boy. I'd be all right with that, I guess. But I would still rather them chill in the magma. But that would make for an amazing thumbnail if Big Mom turns the magma into a homie and you get Surfing USA with Big Mom and Kaido riding the wave of magma, coming back down and everybody freaking out. But Big Mom, there's a lot of things with that, because then Big Mom would immediately go after Law and Kid again. Immediately. I don't know. I think they're down there for a while. Or they're dead, which is my preferred option. Clivesy super chatted and said, it could be copium, but I believe there's a chance that the silhouettes in the cover story are not Ichiji and Reiju, who are on Whole Cake, whereas the silhouettes are on Cacao Island. I think it's copium, buddy. I think it's copium. I think if it ends up happening and ends up changing, that's fine. But I think for the time being, just I wouldn't worry too much about it. Eduardo said, only Luffy, Yamato, and Momo know how Luffy beat Kaido. This takes away from the grandiose defeat that Kaido was seeking, and some reactors expressed that the ending was anticlimactic, but I do think it was intentional. Totally agree. Totally agree that Kaido wants an epic death, right? And if the only ones who know about it are Luffy, Yamato, and Momo, obviously the rest of the world are going to find out that he's been beaten. But if they're the only ones who know that he's dead, I actually kind of agree with you. I think that'd be a good way of looking at it. Joseph became a member for 32 months, saying, we're meeting up with Shanks at Elbaf, though, right? I hope so, please, please. Mega Harambe became a member. Strap Zero became a member for 50 months. My guy, thank you very much. We got a donation from Japan saying, to Big Brother Roger, to Roger Nikki, I am Japanese. I watched your live broadcast for the very first time. Please continue to enjoy Japanese culture. You already know. You already know. Hunter x Hunter's coming back. I'm doing more manga reactions for that. We got One Piece. We got all those good Nintendo games coming out. We got the State of Play with Final Fantasy 16. We got some good stuff on the way. You already know. RogersBase is all out Japan, games and Japanese games, so you already know, not going anywhere. Thank you very much. Appreciate the donation. Nakama, thank you to you. Shaim, I hope I'm saying your name right. Shaim super chatted and said, who's the best MC? Rank Goku, Gon, Ichigo, Naruto, Luffy, Eren, and Lelouch? I absolutely will not, but thank you for your money. Robdiculous became a member for 7 months saying, awesome thumbnails, James. Thank you very much. Sharkman became a member. Nakama. Eric McKenna super chatted $20 and said, do you think there's a chance that Luffy gets his final bounty now? Regardless of the truth with Big News Morgans, he'd get credit for defeating the strongest creature. Plus, he awakened the scariest devil to the world government, and they sacrificed their top agent for it. I do think we're going to get a massive bounty jump for Luffy, but I think we're going to get another one after the discovery of Laugh-Tale, I think. There will be one more. There will be one more, I think, after this arc. I think there's going to be the Wano bounty jump and then one more at the ending. That's my guess. Mike Van Cool super chatted and said, you forgot Caribou in your post. There we go. I was waiting for it. I'm like, I know the donation's coming about. I'm waiting for the Caribou. You forgot Caribou in your post-Straw Hat roster. They said they'd take him home, remember? See, there you go. There you go. There you go, Mike. My guy, Mike. There you go. Okay, here we go. Let's continue. We got Naruto Toad Sage saying, Scissor 7 is about a guy who has to make a living by being a hairstylist and an assassin. Let's just say he's not very good at being an assassin. I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm down to check it out. Omar just gifted 5 subs, by the way, to Daniel Romero, Yoshi Pudding, Ayan Tosio, Dark Seal 01, and JCH Hemp. Thank you very much. And Andy Gonzalez. How did you get 6? That's incredible. Thank you, Omar. Appreciate that. Nakama. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Rob said I want him to have a 56,560,000,000 berry bounty at the ending. I think that'd be incredible. I think that'd be incredible. Gomu Gomu. Okay. Wolf Visuals super chatted and said, Big Mom can use the soul fruit on lightning. Can she do it on magma? We're gonna find out. Honestly, that was something people brought up earlier. Mike Van Pool donated again and said, feeling generous today. Who is your favorite obscure marine? I was particularly hyped to see Momonga and Film Red, and I don't know why, but I love Branu. My favorite obscure marine. Dalmatian. Because I like 101 Dalmatians. I grew up with 101 Dalmatians. My name is Roger. The guy in 101 Dalmatians, his name is Roger. He sings Cruella de Vil. I sing. I like Dalmatian. That is my weird obscure marine that I like. I hope we see Dalmatian again at some point. I'm sure we will. I like Dalmatian. Final answer. I didn't even have to think about that one. That goes to show when people are like, oh, Roger's just whatever. You know, he's not paying attention to the story or whatever. He's calling Warlord Supernovas. You know, I pulled Dalmatian out of the hat. So there you go. Joker's Broker super chatted and said, CP0 will maybe go get the world government for the downed Yonko and the SSG will capture them. Oh, you mean like pull them out of the magma? Oh. Interesting. Oh, Yoshi Pudding was already a member? You read the name and not the comment. Oh, what was Yoshi Pudding's? Oh, one more pass to Goldie Roger. I see. There you go. I see now. Thank you very much for letting me know that, Rob. I would have missed that. Appreciate that. Eric McKenna says, just wondering, if you became a member, is it 30 days from when I do it, or is it just a monthly recurring payment? It's just a recurring thing. So basically, you become a member, and then it gives you access to like the emotes and the full VODs and all the members-only videos and all that good stuff on YouTube whenever you become a member. And then, yeah, it's just recurring like a subscription to like Netflix or anything like that. So, but if you're gifted one, it's obviously not recurring. You get gifted that. But apparently the way gift memberships work is that if your gift membership runs out, and you're like, oh man, I was in the middle of watching something, you have a higher likelihood, because you were already a member, of then getting a gift membership again on a future live stream. So yeah, you're good to go. You're good to go. Omar, speaking of, just became a member for 3 months. Thank you very much to Omar Ahmed. And I think that is going to do it. We are at the 1 hour and 9 minute mark, bringing me perfectly to 8. No, excuse me. 8 is when we started. We started this at 8 a.m. Pacific time. But it was 10 a.m. my time. This brings us exactly to 10:58 a.m., which is great because I wanted to end by 11 because I got to get ready for Combo Breaker. I got my Japan Time hats at the ready. Check this out. I've got my Japan Time jacket at the ready too. Look at this. Today's going to be a good day. Got all this stuff. Got the Japan Time jacket. I know people are going to be asking. I am filming a full vlog of Combo Breaker. So I'll be filming the entire day that I'm there. You're going to be able to check that out. on the Game and Vlog channel, which I guess is a pretty big announcement. This is a pretty big announcement. Game and Vlog is back. So I was going back and forth on this. I had a conversation with Reagan in the car on the way to the airport. And we were talking about where I was going to upload VODs of gaming streams and what I'm planning on doing with highlights and all this other stuff. And the one thing we were talking about was like with the VTuber channel, about how people who like VTuber content just like VTuber content. So then I did a little bit of research, and I went into my analytics, and I wanted to see like who else people are watching on the Game and Vlog channel. And it turns out there's no crossover with VTubers. So it's literally just people who are on my YouTube channel who want to see me play other games as a VTuber, and it's not really having a lot of crossover with VTubers anyway. So I'm like, well, look, I'll make it a playlist so anybody who gets alerted of it can go follow that playlist and get all my VTuber content. But then I'll bring it back to Game and Vlog, because again, the VTuber stuff is all gaming stuff anyway. And then that way I can post vlogs from different events, but the VTuber's not going anywhere. So I just want to say, like, if you're like, oh, all right, I saw Alfson, RIP RogersBase, not the case at all. VTuber's not going anywhere. In fact, I'm even planning on doing a VTuber stream pretty much right after I get back for Moon. I've been saying I want to do that. Now it's June. A lot of games that I'm interested in playing aren't coming out until July. So I do actually plan on playing Moon as the VTuber, and that'll get uploaded to that channel. But I'm going to have a thumbnail template where you'll know it's either a VTuber stream or it's going to be a Game and Vlog stream. And that's that. But yeah, I know there's a lot of crossover with HoloLive, but you know, when you look on the channel and you can see like who most people are watching, it said the majority of people watch like Maximilian Dude and then like Grandline and all the regulars of people who watch my regular channel too. So yeah, but Game and Vlog is back. Also, I think it's nice to bring back the branding for Game and Vlog. I'm a big fan of that. So all right. But yeah, the VTuber stuff isn't going anywhere, hasn't gone anywhere. It's still on the playlist. You can still see all of it, and there is still more coming. So don't worry about a thing. Final donation comes from Michael Schoen, who says, Kaido and Big Mom being locked in magma under a mountain has Tartarus and Titan vibes, with maybe a new generation locking them away. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. All right, well, that is going to wrap things up. It is now 11 a.m. and I got to get ready for Combo Breaker. Thank you once again to everybody who came through to the stream. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you to everybody who was here for the live reaction. Shout out to Matt with that amazing Big Mom theory earlier during the stream as well. Always a pleasure. We gotta talk. I gotta figure out when I'm coming to. Maybe I shouldn't say that on stream, but regardless, we're talking. All right. Anyway. Thank you very much, everybody. Greatly appreciate you all being here. And if you're at Combo Breaker today, make sure to say hi. I'll be there with Ricky, and I'll be there with Vera. It's going to be a great time. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody.